I was raised in Kamloops as well as my wife. We've been married 23 years now, and we have 3 children, 22, 21, and 18. Our oldest is a TRU student, and I was my work career is really around working in the family hotel business. We had a hotel in Kamloops as well as banquet facilities, meeting space, those types of businesses. Took some business courses at university as well as playing hockey both at university and junior as well. Favorite restaurant varies. If it's in Kamloops itself, I'm a little bit partial to Greek food, so things like Minos or some of the great more diverse restaurants we have on the North Shore, like Spice, is great. If you're talking about up the valley, either with the riding that's so large, either something like a Bottoms at Some Peaks or the High Five up in Little Fort is always a great spot. So quite a variety of restaurants in the riding. Well, the top priority for the riding, I think, would have to be to make sure that we continue to grow in a cohesive fashion, making sure we have good family supporting jobs for all, and really, to me, that's the key to it all, is that people that are able to be gainfully employed are able to provide for their families, are able to seek out other opportunities for themselves and their kids, and it's very important to make sure we have as strong of an economy as possible. Well, I think I've got a very well-rounded sense of what it takes to make our riding and our province run for the benefit of all. And I think there is a way that we can have gainful employment, that we can have success out there, as well as not turning our backs on those that are maybe less fortunate or those that need a bit of a hand up in life because they've fallen on a hard time. And so I don't see the two having to be either or. I think there's a way to make sure that we don't leave people behind while still enabling people to exceed and succeed as much as they choose to in their life. My favorite movie would probably have to be Cool Hand Luke. It's a bit of an older movie, but I really like the way Paul Newman was kind of that bit of a outsider that challenged things and the way people would think about life. So that's probably my favorite one. I think that the most important thing the government does in general, but not just for my riding, but obviously you have to take a provincial view once you become an MLA as well, it would be that you need to make sure, as I said before, that people aren't left behind. You do need to create an environment, though, where people have that ability to succeed and let people excel that are wanting to excel, and be it as an entrepreneur, be it as just working a regular job and providing for their families. And so trying to find that balance between both is critical, and the stronger the economy, the more flexibility we have for all. Well, I think there's twofold. I think access in terms of a variety of course loads is very critical. I have 2 kids in university, soon to be a third, so I witness that in my own personal life as well as the whole affordability factor. And I think that's where that diversity comes into play. Is the more diverse you can make a campus like Thompson Rivers University, the easier it is for kids to stay home within the city that they grew up in. You can reduce that affordability costs greatly in terms of housing, if they can still stay in their parents' homes and while they're trying to seek out their education. And that really plays hand in hand with each other, in my opinion. Well, I'm fortunate being that I'm trying to represent Kamloops North Thompson. So, of course, with Some Peaks in there, that's a natural fit for people to go that like that kind of outdoor recreation. But in the summertime, of course, we also have Hamilton Falls up in Clearwater. Lots of hiking, lots of fishing opportunities, camping opportunities. So fortunately, I like doing those types of things as well. So it's a good fit within the riding to make sure people can get out and fully explore it and have a lot of fun with the beautiful surroundings that we live in. Well, that's always a tough discussion to have because, I don't think anyone expects everything to be 100% free, but you have to also try to find that way that students don't have to incur too much student debt as they transition out of a degree program, and have a realistic timeline and way to pay it back. I think people actually do value their education and don't mind paying for it, but they have to also have a way where they can see a light at the end of the tunnel and still be able to maybe move into a home ownership as they start to have families and hit those age. So to me, it's really trying to strike that balance of what's a realistic way to set those limits so that people aren't in perpetual student debt and never have that ability to move forward in their adult life in terms of being away from that debt.